Good evening, folks, and welcome to the 15th Annual Parade of Lights, brought to you by the Missoula Downtown Association. My name is Reed Reimers, excited to be here tonight, doing a live broadcast of the entire parade and the lighting of the Christmas tree here in just a few minutes. I want to start off by thanking our big sponsors, Blackfoot, and also Liquid Planet of Missoula. We're really excited to have you guys here. We're already starting in with some of our floats here today. Blackfoot brought down a ton of fun with their mule-drawn wagon, and also there are lots of great kids in the back over there. Looks like fun. The mules have their proper support, so we won't be making too much of a mess. We like that stuff. Next is the Missoula Parking Commission. We may not love to see those little cars scooting around, but it's always fun to have that kind of support for our community. And they're all decked out in their lights as well. And 1, 2, 3 of those little buggers run around. So that's always kind of exciting. And coming right behind them, you're going to see the Brookdale. They have brought their van down with their residents, and they're going to be coming down to see the lighting of the tree, I'm sure, as well as just check out all the excitement. There's lots of folks down here tonight, down here at the end of the parade route. Started quite a few, probably about 20 minutes, half an hour ago, up at the Missoulian, so it's always an exciting point. Right after Brookdale, we have Cherry Creek Radio, who's spouting their Pepsi truck. It's pretty fun. They got a TV on the side, geez. And it looks like they're handing out candy canes. Just means I'm missing out, but it's worth it for you guys, I promise. Oh, and handing out Pepsi as well, I suppose. Ha! And they're followed up there with their Buddy the Elf blow up on top of their truck there for Pepsi. Playing some nice Christmas tunes as they go by. The parade's grown a lot in the last few years. Again, started back in 2002, so this is our 15th annual. Something the Missoula Downtown Association brings to us every year. Celebrate this dark time of the year with some bright lights and good music. And then we have our Run Wild Missoula group. They put on an amazing marathon here in town. And also they're showing off some of their bright reflective clothing. And keep an eye out there, folks. People do like to run, even though it gets dark this time of year quite early. So always keep an eye out for those road signs. And if you're out there running around, throw a light on. It helps everybody see and stay safe. Looks like we had our Montessori crew go by as well. And now we are getting into the Missoula Stampede Rodeo Royalty and Missoula County Fairgrounds. They've brought down a horse-drawn wagon that's pulling 6 girls who are the royalty for this year's Missoula Stampede Rodeo. So that's always fun. Looking good. Got some flashy lights on that neat old carriage as well. And behind them is our community float. This is a really fun thing brought to you by Frame of Mind of Missoula and also from Missoula Compost Collection. This is all covered in things that people made today as part of an arts program as we went through. It's being pulled in a Grinch This Stole Christmas theme with being pulled by reindeer, it looks like. Or people dressed as reindeer anyway. But the Jeanette Rankin Peace Center offered today a paper crane, peace crane folding. So there's a lot of those up on there. As well as lots of happy folks waving, having a good old time. And a very small child tucked up in some fake snow. So that's good. Next we have Jim Palmer Trucking. Rolling up in his big rig, all flashed up and ready for the season. That's what you just heard right there too. It's about the only time it's good to hear that noise coming out of a truck, I'll tell you that much. Following up Jim Palmer Trucking, up next we're going to have Special Olympics of Missoula, bringing down some of their fantastic folks. Lots of smiles and waves and happy signs going on there for them. And following up our great Special Olympics folks, we have Big Sky Black Belt ATA, which is a group that's demonstrating the glow with their dark weapon forms, which I don't know exactly what that means, but I hope they're being safe with them. And following those, the Missoula Super Skippers. You've probably seen them around. I remember doing some Super Skipper stuff even when I was a kiddo years ago. They're holding up pretty well, too. They've been skipping for a long time. It's all about that endurance they train for. Some fun light-up jump ropes there and light-up lights on everybody. And coming right behind them is the Missoula County Public Library, who's busted out their Library on Wheels bike. She's decorated with LEDs, and we'll be playing some music. Have fun to make sure that everybody has access to the great opportunities the Missoula County Public Library has before they move into their new building here in a couple of years. And following them is Planned Parenthood of Montana, of those guys offering health and especially physical health to anybody of all ages and genders. They're open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Right down there on Main Street, you should go check them out. Obviously support them if you believe in what they are all about. And following them up is Neptune Aviation, which besides being just a great local company that supports aviation all around town, they have their truck pulling a trailer with decorated airplane engine, which is pretty exciting. And as their banner said on the front, they've been helping out with fire suppression around Missoula for, I believe, at least 15, 20 years. So I always appreciate that, and it gets hot and smoky here in the summer. It looks like we have a little bit of a gap here, so again, I just want to thank our big sponsors of tonight, which is Blackfoot, formerly Blackfoot Communications, but they're well beyond that these days, and also Liquid Planet right downtown in Missoula, and they also have some coffee huts and smaller locations all around, so you can always hop online and check out where their locations are. There's some great deals going on this Christmas season as well, so make sure to catch up with those. Make them part of your nice wander around downtown Missoula. If you're looking for some presents for all the folks, it's always a good thing. And coming up next, we should have Sussex School. They've used their student artwork will be displayed on a trailer with the lights, and they'll be holding up lit forms of their artwork as part of a fun project they've been working on to show off here at the 15th annual Parade of Lights. Ooh, it's pretty exciting too. Got a little bit held up because they're handing out so many candy canes, I believe, out there. This is a really fun one with all that student artwork up there. They have some on tall sticks. Also, some looks like they're moving on their own in the back, or maybe it's just an optical illusion. I don't know, but those kids have done a great job. have here? We have some people and crazy dance positions and moves. We got, looks like a big wiener dog maybe, or a poodle, who knows? A unicorn flying proudly off the back. And some of those kids carrying their art, or maybe their folks are carrying it for them over there. Looks fun, having a little lit up dance party from Sussex School. You know, with the popularity of battery-powered LED lights now, it's quite neat what we can do. I remember back in the first few parades, we definitely didn't have this opportunity to have these kind of specific details on things. It's pretty fun. Well, they got even more. Have the Mountain Line coming up next, Missoula's own free bus line that gets all over town, including out to the airport if necessary, by the way. Check their schedules for that. They have lots of folks on bikes encouraging alternative transport per usual. And also their great trolley, which I believe still runs during the summer to take folks down to the Out to Lunch and other great programming that the Missoula Downtown Association puts on every week throughout the summer months. I think it takes folks down to the farmers markets as well. So they're always a great opportunity. And having a free bus here in Missoula is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't hopped on and you want to consider coming downtown to do some shopping this year, just consider about hopping on the bus. Parking out somewhere else saves you all the hassles of parking, which actually isn't that bad. But you can get along for a free ride. Up behind them, we have Berkshire Hathaway, which is doing their Home for the Holidays with lit houses with sold signs in them. Love having their support. Home for the holidays, they say. And right here, Berkshire Hathaway is the Parks and Rec, including the Zootown derailers, which I don't have a lot of information about, but it is rumored to be the fastest bikers ever. So, it's kids taking care of business out there. We always like to see that. And Missoula Parks and Rec's excited to talk about Frost Fever 2017. You can catch Frost Fever with their float. They'll be pumping up the stoke, as they say, for all the things winter recreation related. Remember that there is ice skating down in the park that Missoula Parks and Rec does down, and lots of other great opportunities all around town. So if you haven't looked into what the Parks and Rec has available for you during these colder climes, make sure to hop online and check them out. There's a lot of those derailers too. And a giant raccoon, in case you missed it. And followed up with, I believe, with Missoula in Motion, a great organization that encourages using alternative transport with their Bike Walk Bus Week every year. And so just encouraging folks to carpool, minimize the amount of impact we have, and also minimize the amount of parking we have, and find a healthier and frankly more fun way to get to work or to get around. So we always support and love Missoula Motion. I believe behind that we have Bitterroot Floral, located just down on 6th down in Higgins, just at the end of the hip strip down there. They have a great array of cut flowers and also some amazing plants in there if you haven't ever checked them out. They have a big lit up heart on the back of their trailer. Looks fantastic. Behind that, we have Grizzly Harley-Davidson, located out near the airport on an expressway, I believe. Grizzly Harley-Davidson has the Grinch being pulled by his Harley there, revving it up for the year. Traded in his dog Max, which seems like the nice thing to do for brand new Harley Davidson. Oh, and he even has his own. His Harley's being pulled by another Harley. Another Grinchy theme float, that's kind of fun. Add in the sass for it. I believe that we are looking at the American Cancer Society, who is doing their relay reboot this year. I was keeping an eye out for their Relays for Life, which happen during the summer times. Either you can become a participant or you can support them monetarily or support a friend that's involved with people that are struggling with cancer. Now it looks like we have Randy Trujillo Trucking. Clearly a super nice guy, running his own dump truck out here. Got it all lit up. We got some gals way up high there. I don't know how legal that is, but we won't tell anybody, okay? Finally, last but not least, we have the Journey Christian Fellowship. With a manger-ish inspired float. I know I've seen them in the parade many years overall. At the Journey Christian Fellowship, the flatbed trailer is decorated with trees and lights and kids on hay bales singing Christmas songs. It's all walking behind. And if they still have some, that would have been the time for the candy canes. It wouldn't be the Parade of Lights without, of course, Mr. Santa Claus, Mr. Saint Nick there. He's following up in a horse-drawn carriage. He'll be going straight down here to the end of Higgins Street, the very north end of Higgins Street, at the X's, to light up the Christmas tree, which is our next big event here going. Crowds have been watching all the way from down on the other side of the bridge and are making their way down to see that lighting of the Christmas tree, which will be a very exciting time. That's going to end our live coverage of the parade from this spot here. We are going to go ahead and take it down so we can broadcast the lighting of the tree, which is always the most fun and kind of the pinnacle of this event. But again, we want to thank our sponsors of Blackfoot and Liquid Planet, also the Missoula Downtown Association for putting on all this, and a special thanks to MCAT, our own local community access television, located right here downtown, for doing this live stream for us today. So keep an eye, stay tuned as we get geared up and ready to go to light that Christmas tree for the 15th annual Parade of Lights.